Hello everyone, welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Haven de Havilland greeted Maxie, Lucy and Scott at the Home and Heart studio and expressed her relief that the Deceptor concerns had been resolved. Haven inquired about the rumor of intellectual property theft, but Lucy assured that everything was super dandy and that there had been no problem. Haven shifted gears and inquired about Sasha, making a veiled remark about Sasha powdering her nose in the restroom. Lucy was irritated by Haven's innuendos and assured the presenter that Sasha was back to herself and doing well. Lucy told Haven that the show had contacted Deception and begged for another sales shot, so Lucy had brought the company's lawyer to ensure Haven didn't cause any trouble. Lucy dispatched Scott to deliver a warning to the host after Haven walked away. Scott confronted Haven on the set and threatened to sue Haven and the show if Haven tried to perform another dirty trick on Sasha to raise ratings. Haven told Scott that the previous producer had gone rogue and been dismissed for attempting to throw Sasha into a meltdown, but he cautioned Haven that if anything went wrong, he would not hesitate to sue Haven. Lucy stood up and told Haven that Scott was renowned as the king of punitive damages in courthouses all around the country. Haven assured that what happened to Sasha was a minor glitch that would never happen again. Haven was interested as to what had been holding Sasha back. Lucy approached Maxie and asked her to notify Sasha that they were ready, but Maxie was preoccupied with her phone. Maxie stated that she would text Sasha, but she needed to deal with a minor hiccup first. Maxie found a quiet backstage nook and made an essential phone call. Cody arrived not long after. He was irritated that Maxie had taken him away from work, but she refused to apologize. Meanwhile, Sasha informed Haven that she was merely there to sell a product, not to be exploited for her history. Haven reassured Sasha that there would be no issues. Sasha pledged to remain professional for as long as Haven was. Sasha joined Haven on the stage after changing her clothing and getting her hair and cosmetics done. Scott told Lucy nearby that he hoped there were some antics on production because the lawsuit would be easy money for him. Lucy admonished Scott, terrified, because they needed the relaunch to go off without a hitch for Sasha's sake and Deception's sake. Maxie then walked out with Cody, introducing him as the new male face of Deception. Haven opposed right once to having Cody on her show because he had threatened to streak on live television the last time he was on her set, but Maxie informed Haven that Cody had not carried through on the threat. Maxie pointed out that Haven required the Deceptor because it was the best-selling item on the show. Maxie made it obvious that if Haven refused to agree to her requirements, she would not hesitate to find another shopping show. Cody joined Sasha and Haven on the scene once Haven relented, and the trio began filming. Sasha welcomed Cody and invited him to inform the audience about his stuntman career, which she then used as a springboard to demonstrate how the Deceptor wand could enhance tough skin. Lucy was overjoyed since Sasha and Cody were golden and had natural chemistry. Maxie smiled proudly. After the taping, Lucy reveled in the fact that the show had been a success. Haven grudgingly consented because the Deceptor had sold out in record time, so she requested that Sasha and Cody return for another show. Lucy smugly informed Haven that she will return. Meanwhile, Cody overheard Sasha telling Maxie that she couldn't work with him any longer. "I have feelings for him," admitted Sasha. Austin inquired in the hospital's stairway as to why Cyrus had requested to meet. Mason had agreed to take a plea deal, but Austin didn't think it was good news because Mason had threatened to blame Austin for Ava's kidnapping. Mason intended to accept full responsibility for the kidnapping, but he would reject the murder accusations because Mason's attorney believed Mason would be eligible for parole in as few as 10 years. Austin was doubtful, but Cyrus professed to have faith in God and to have faith in Mason to keep his word. "That means you'll be in the clear," Cyrus explained. Because Dante had been questioning him, Austin suggested that Cyrus find a method to get the investigator off his back. Austin turned to leave, but Cyrus stopped him. Did I say you were done? Cyrus inquired, his voice threatening. Cyrus reminded Austin that Austin was only free due to Cyrus' generosity. Austin confronted Cyrus about Ava's kidnapping and his coerced testimony at Cyrus' parole hearing. "I'm the victim," Austin adamantly stated. Austin's perception of himself as the victim surprised Cyrus, but Austin reminded Cyrus that he had lied under oath to save Ava. Cyrus was dismayed by Austin's lack of gratitude and commitment because Cyrus had paid for Austin's medical school and residency. Cyrus requested a return on his investment, but Austin countered that he had spent years repaying Cyrus and doing him favors. Austin reminded Cyrus that they had agreed that if Austin testified, he would be free. Cyrus agreed, emphasizing that Austin was free to live his life. "Unless and until I need your services," Cyrus said. Austin pointed out that Cyrus was a man of faith who needed to keep his end of the contract, but the ploy fell flat. Cyrus' fury boiled as Austin offered to refund him every dime. "I gave you the very life you're living," Cyrus yelled. Cyrus cautioned Austin to tread carefully because the only thing standing between Austin and Mason was Cyrus. Austin tensed when Cyrus threatened to fabricate evidence against him in the death of Gordon Stevens. Austin decided to do anything Cyrus asked because his fate was dependent on his sense of appreciation. Cyrus smiled and went away. Diane ordered an Arnold Palmer with bourbon at Metro Court's restaurant, but she first verified with Alexis. Alexis assured her companion that everything was great and ordered her own Arnold Palmer sans bourbon. After the server left, Alexis proposed a game of rock, paper, scissors to see who would get to vent first, as they both had things on their minds. Diane agreed, but something across the room piqued Alexis' interest. Diane looked over and saw Molly and Christina hugging one another before settling at a nearby table. Diane was relieved to see the resolution. Alexis smiled, crediting the surrogate's pregnancy with helping to heal the schism. Alexis, on the other hand, admitted that it wouldn't continue because Molly and Christina were scratchy on occasion. The topic shifted to Charlotte and the incident. Diane was glad when Alexis told her that Charlotte would be fine, but she also felt terrible for Anna because she hadn't realized the intruder was Charlotte. Diane stated that she couldn't imagine what Anna was going through, and she understood Robert's desire to help his ex-wife. Diane was worried, Alexis concluded, because Robert was once again preoccupied with a woman from his past rather than Diane. "And I'm guessing that hurts your feelings," Alexis speculated. Diane stated that she liked Robert because he was devoted, principled, and ridiculously stubborn, but he wouldn't be the man she liked if he didn't support Anna. Diane stated that things had changed since her summer spat with Robert, and she knew he'd made her a priority. Diane proposed that the scenario with Anna was more of a detour on the highway of love than a dead end. Diane's driving analogies were called into doubt by Alexis, who simply grinned. After dinner, Diane paid the bill and thanked Alexis for listening, but Alexis reminded her that they were best friends. Alexis excused herself as Diane's phone rang with a call from Robert. Molly handed Christina a big folder full of papers, explaining that she had scrawled down notes on post-its attached to the contracts and had emailed Christina with more comprehensive remarks. Christina thanked her sister for reviewing the contracts, saying it was helpful to have a lawyer double-check everything. Christina informed Molly that their lives would change dramatically in 2024, thanks to Christina's youth center and Molly's kid. Molly said, much to Christina's astonishment, that she had pondered quitting her work in order to focus on her baby. Molly stated that an 80-hour work week would leave little time for a newborn, but Christina questioned Molly's willingness to give up her profession. Molly admitted that she enjoyed practicing law, but she hadn't realized how badly she wanted children until she was told she couldn't have them. Molly indicated that she would accept a less challenging work because TJ and the baby were more important to her. Christina told Molly that the baby, son or daughter, would be lucky to have Molly as a mother. Alexis noticed the server pick up a tablet that Molly had left behind after she and Christina had gone. She approached the server and informed her that she would return the iPad to her daughter. Andrea approached TJ at the nurse's station and asked to talk with him alone. TJ escorted Andrea to an examination room. She apologized for troubling him at work, but he assured her that everything would be all right. He could tell she was upset though. "I am. It's all about the baby," Andrea explained. TJ dialed Molly's number because he wanted her to be a part of the talk, but Andrea abruptly revealed that she had lost the baby. TJ was taken aback as Andrea related that she'd awoken with cramps and heavy bleeding and had gone to Mercy Hospital, where physicians confirmed the miscarriage with blood work and an ultrasound. TJ later went to Portia's office. He told her about the miscarriage because she immediately realized something was wrong. TJ acknowledged that he had no idea how to convey the news to Molly, which made Portia feel bad. TJ admitted that he had reservations about proceeding with the surrogacy at first because he worried that he and Molly were moving too quickly, but that all of that had vanished when he learned about the pregnancy. TJ was reminded by Portia that Molly would need to hear the news from TJ because she would be as saddened as he was by the miscarriage. TJ was reassured by Portia that he and Molly would get through it together, and she urged him not to allow the loss divide them. TJ later phoned Molly at her office. She explained that she had to work late, but he requested that she meet him at his house because it was urgent. Curtis was meditating in the living room at Curtis and Portia's house when his father strolled in. Marshall greeted his son and inquired about Curtis' new hobby. Curtis revealed that he began meditating after doing some reading on the benefits, although he was quick to admit that he was still new to it. Marshall confessed that he had been meditating for years, which astonished Curtis. Curtis questioned whether it had given his father clarity, so Marshall explained that he'd been meditating when he suddenly had a clear image of Curtis and Thomas as children in the local park during one of his lonelier periods. According to Marshall, the sight was so vivid that it was the reason he returned to Port Charles and his family. Curtis, moved, said that he didn't know whether to praise meditation for reintroducing Marshall into his life or Marshall for having the strength to return to his family. Curtis determined that in any case, he was relieved to see his father again. Portia later returned home and kissed her husband on the cheek. Curtis told her once she had settled on the sofa that he and his father both practiced meditation. Marshall meditating didn't surprise Portia. Curtis could tell something was bothering Portia, but she would only reveal that she had received some unpleasant news. Curtis didn't press her, so she praised him for their daughter, Trina, because they were fortunate to have her. Curtis agreed and smiled, but he was interested what had provoked the remark. Portia revealed that she had experienced a shift of perspective, which made her realize how empty her life would be without Trina. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.